Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, July the 15th. I'm Sonia Srivastava.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie was in Annapolis today for an anointing of sorts. He was in town to see his friend Governor Larry Hogan and to receive his endorsement. Byron Scott has more.
Last year during the campaign, it was Governor Chris Christie who campaigned for then candidate Larry Hogan. Today, Governor Hogan repaid the favor.
We got lots of work to do. Yeah.
With Governor Larry Hogan at his side, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie pressed the flesh at Double T Diner in Annapolis this morning. He spent time talking with Governor Hogan's father, Larry Sr., and he even kissed a baby. And then it was on to the matter at hand.
My primary mission here today is to officially and enthusiastically endorse Governor Chris Christie for president.
For Christie, who campaigned for Hogan 4 times in his run for governor, this was his 7th trip to Maryland this year.
It makes a difference. It makes a real difference when those people who have the same job you have, who face the same kind of challenges, look at you and say they think that you have the leadership capabilities and the ideas to help to lead our country.
Christie cast himself as a real friend of Governor Hogan, as a like-minded politician who can reach across the aisle and, like Hogan, lead as a Republican in a blue state.
I think it's one of the reasons why Chris Christie is going to be the next president, because he can connect with Democrats and independents like I did here in Maryland.
And while the real purpose of the event was to receive the endorsement, Christie, ever the politician, got in a few digs, linking Hillary Clinton to Obama and on several occasions calling the president a liar.
Remember, this is the same president who said if you like your doctor, you can keep him, and if you like your insurance plan, you can keep it. That turned out to be a lie.
For those in attendance, it was an exciting moment. This is Arlia Giovanna, the baby Christie kissed.
He came around, and as soon as he saw her, his whole face lit up, and I asked her if he would like to hold her, and he said he's a natural.
For Larry Sr., it was a proud moment. I asked him what he thought about the effectiveness of endorsements.
If Governor Hogan thinks he's competent to be president, then maybe I ought to think about it myself. So I think from that point of view, it's important.
Hogan is the second governor to endorse Chris Christie for president, the first being Paul LePage from Maine. Now, how effective that will be in this crowded field is anybody's guess. In Annapolis, Byron Scott, CTV News.
And thank you, Byron, for that report.
Well, former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley, who is also running for president, is going after Donald Trump, calling his latest comments on Mexican immigrants, quote, hate-filled, ugly, and racist. Meantime, O'Malley says he will expand President Obama's controversial deferred deportation program to all individuals. You may recall O'Malley helped push legislation that gave in-state tuition to children of undocumented workers in 2011. And a major development tonight in meantime, we have another story that is just coming into our newsroom, revamping the U.S. criminal justice system. That's one of President Obama's missions before the end of this year. The president made this announcement yesterday during the NAACP convention in Philadelphia. Now, Obama says he wants more focus on bettering communities, courtrooms, and cell blocks. He declared that there's now a federal review of the use of solitary confinement, and he is urging Congress to pass a sentencing reform bill.
We should pass a sentencing reform bill through Congress this year. We need to ask prosecutors to use their discretion to seek the best punishment, the one that's going to be most effective, instead of just the longest punishment. We should invest in alternatives to prison, like drug courts and treatment and probation programs, which ultimately can save taxpayers thousands of dollars per defendant each year.
Maryland Congressman and U.S. Senate hopeful Chris Van Hollen released a statement saying that the president's call for criminal justice reform comes at a time when it couldn't be clearer that the current system is failing.
Montgomery County authorities have 2 suspects in custody after a fatal shooting at the Wheaton Metro Station. 20-year-old Edgar Melger was killed about 7 p.m. yesterday on the upper level of the station's parking garage. 19-year-old Douglas Chase and 18-year-old Brent Sanderson have been charged with first-degree murder in the case. CTV asked commuters if they feel safe in the area.
I mean, this is the first I heard about it, so, but yeah, I mean, I'm here every day for the most part, and it doesn't really, I've never seen anything really out of the ordinary, so it's probably just a random situation.
I feel the same way, but I'm not here a lot at night, so I don't really have the same experience, but I feel safe when I'm here. And I've lived here for years, so I think it's fine.
I think things happen, and there are crazy people out there, and the police is trying its best to stop that, so.
Okay. Trains on the Red Line skipped the Wheaton and Silver Spring stations for about an hour after the shooting. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Sonia Srivastava.